Hello, 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 hello. It's me, Dee Dee Brown. Um, I am just getting in from my work event. Um, I had to cover a screening for um, a friend of mine, and so I'm all dolled up with my makeup on. Um, I actually did come inside and change my bottoms. So I'm in my house pants because I don't like to come in with my street clothes, my outside clothes on and frolic in my house. But I did keep my top on, which all of this may be coming off. But this is the start of, oh my gosh, a passion project that I have been that has been on my spirit, has been on my heart for over 10 years. Um, it is early February or almost mid-February 2026. And I have a list of like dream projects and ideas and passions. And do you know, I've looked at them and not checked any of them off. And I have just been waiting, and I don't know what for. Um, you know, if I'm being honest at this stage in my life, like a lot of us, I've had some career success. I've ticked a few things off my, I don't even want to say bucket list because I can't even find my bucket list. Um, I've done a few things I'm proud of for sure. I have accomplished some things that I'm proud of, but I've been driven by stability, and I could have taken more risk, for sure. I and I've taken some risk. That's the thing. I really have. Um, we'll have to talk about what those are, and I think that they really paid off. And now I'm at a place now, like career-wise, life-wise, where I'm not married. Last year around this time was the end of a 5-year relationship, and that has taken a bit. I'm still kind of getting on the other side of that. So I'm single. I don't have any kids. So there's nothing stopping me from doing anything. I've got, some assets that I can fall back on. I ended a full-time corporate job, I guess about 2 years ago, and I've been consulting and kind of figuring out what I'm going to do next. And honestly, I've looked and looked. I look at jobs all the time. I wake up in the middle of the night spiraling about jobs and security and health insurance. And now Obamacare is more expensive and like all the things. And there's so many jobs that I've seen on like LinkedIn. And I'm like, I could do that, but I'm not sure I want to. I know I don't want to. And it's hard to condense. I think I'm such a multi-passionate person. I'm also realizing my ability to do and think and operate in certain ways. I think I've been square peg, round holing it for so long. And the past 5 years of working at a very intense job during COVID, during the racial reckoning, where so many things not just came to light politically, socioeconomically, spiritually, from a collective standpoint, for the country, for the world. It also did for me. I think I'm still tender from a lot of personal investment I made in my job at that time. Like a lot of Black and brown folks, we did a lot of volunteering and teaching and nurturing folks in the equity space. And then to see it all go to pot over the past couple of years is in some ways no surprise, but it's also very disconcerting, which is why I'm having a little wine as I talk through this. Oh my God, I needed that. I also am going to embark on a sober journey with my YouTube journey. But as I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to do next career-wise, and have just been seeing that now Gen X is popping now. We are super hot. If you haven't seen the New York Times, there's 2 articles about Gen X. I will link it below, but it is definitely worth a read. And just seeing a lot of my Gen X brethren and sisterin on YouTube, which I am a YouTube girly, I'm a YouTube stan. I came to it late. I've always wanted a YouTube channel. I never knew what I wanted to lean into as a multi-hyphenate. I have been like, oh my God, am I gonna pursue fashion? Am I gonna pursue, I just want to make sure this thing is on, and it is. Thank God. I would be so upset because I've been just talking. I've just been trying to figure out what to pursue because I have so many passions, and I've been trying to thread the needle on what those, like, what's the common theme. So we'll just talk about a few of my passions, and just so you know, I haven't prepared anything because I have overthought this within an inch of my life. And I actually have a couple of videos that I recorded, I guess almost 2 years ago, and I just never, they're uploaded, I uploaded them, but I haven't named the channel. I've just been in my head so much, and I know so many folks can relate to that. So today, I'm just getting over it. I'm gonna be 56 in 5 months, and it is time for girlfriend to just stop overthinking it, less thinking. Hello, my little kitty came. Her name is Grits. I will show you a picture of her at some point. But I've just overthought this within an inch of its life. Like the amount of anxiousness, the amount of, you know, everything. I've struggled over the years with some worthiness issues, which I didn't know until my therapist in 2023 told me that I did, based on a few things I've been struggling with. That's worth getting into. Maybe I'll do a whole separate video on that. And so I've been really thinking about worthiness. And there's so many things that I think tell us people, but certainly Black women of a certain age, Black women of a certain aesthetic, if you will, that we're not worthy. And you get those clues not only from society, but from family members, from teachers, just so many things that we're getting the clues that we're not worthy of attention and adoration and glory. Or if you're like me, you're the child of divorced parents, and I'm the oldest of 5. And certainly I was never anyone's favorite. My father, who essentially abandoned us after my parents got divorced, my baby sister was his favorite. And I suspect, I mean, I know why, and my mom actually kind of confirmed it as to why. Again, I can go into that a little bit later. But unpacking growing up in the 70s and never seeing yourself represented in any way, shape, or form, that you can't even insert yourself into, like, oh, this could be me, or I could do that. Not an excuse, but just or even from, a grandmother who was color struck and also differentiated my sister and I, or me in particular, from their side of the family, my mother's mother, side of the family, in comments and ways about, I looked more like my dad's side of the family than their side of the family. And it's so funny because I never would have thought any of that stuff stuck, but pretty much during the racial reckoning and during the pandemic, and just trying to connect those dots and what worthiness means and what it means to be visible and showing up and all the things, I realized that has probably kept me, held me back in many, many ways. And the thing is, I'm not shy or, oh my God, I'm not shy or withdrawn, or I'm actually outgoing. I'm friendly, I'm confident, I'm all the things, but not in a way where I want or wanted people to, I think, really, really see me. I'm confident being like a person who gets stuff done, who can execute, who, that can make people feel comfortable because I'm easygoing to talk to. I'm also can be really tough. So I really should have been a Gemini. But as I'm exploring all of these things, I just thought, oh, there's got to be other people feeling the same way. And so this channel is for all of us that are gross, that are exploring, wanting to show up more wholeheartedly, more fully, more visible, more excited, in those passions. I'll tell you, one of my passions, and even though my background is marketing and PR, really across entertainment and media, I've always wanted to work in fashion. And I've been in positions at jobs where I would just look at the fashion editor or stylist or whomever longingly. I found myself looking at things very longingly that I really wanted, and I was just disconnected from it. I've also been exploring those issues of disconnection. And that comes from the abandonment issues, that comes from disconnection from some childhood trauma, and trying to get on top of that and figure that out has been challenging. It's been scary. It's been emotional. It's been a roller coaster. It's just when I think I have it figured out, I'm like, there's something else. But I'm feeling more grateful for the journey, and the only way to do it, the only way to get over it, is to do it, is through it, is to just get it done. And so that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to hopefully create this community of folks who want support, who want to explore those passions in fashion, not just fashion, but also culture and art. I'm also responsible for a very old home that I renovated over 15 years ago when I moved in, and there's lots of home improvement projects. It's very hard for me to do, but I've been trying to record some of these things, and I've made so many mistakes and messed up so many things. I'm not sure if that will actually be it. I am somebody who also is very passionate about access and equity and connecting people. I love, 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 love being of service. I love when I present someone with an idea or a point of view that is helpful to them and does something to change their thinking. There have been so many people who've done that to me, so I'm obsessed with personal development. I've done loads of therapy, including I've seen a shaman, I've done EMDR, I've done cognitive therapy. I started therapy. Actually, I was supposed to be doing therapy when I was a kid, but my parents are divorced and my mother remarried, and we've been a family since I was like 9-10 years old, and I'm 55 now, so that goes to tell you. So over 45 years. That said, we were in therapy as a family, and that didn't last very long. And also, because I seemed well adjusted, they didn't think I needed therapy. I just didn't have the language I wasn't connected to my feelings. I didn't even know I had feelings. That has been a 12-year journey to me getting back to feeling, and what's that like to express your feelings, to find your voice, to, be seen, be visible, be heard. So as I'm on this exploration and you're on this exploration with me, I'm gonna show up as authentically as possible. I may not look this good on every video. Like I said, I was just coming in from a work event, and it made sense to do this video now because I just can't wait anymore. More of the wine. And I don't want to wait. I want to show up for myself the way I would show up for friends. I'm part of so many big communities and networking groups and things like that I wanted to show up for myself. And this is one of the ways that I'm going to do that. So I'm just inviting you along on the journey of us figuring this out together. One of the things I really want to do is, again, not overthink it, not over-prepare, but really speak from my heart. And that is sometimes very, very hard for me. Because again, I'm not using my voice the way that I want to learn to use it. And so, what's on my heart today is it's very heavy. There's so much going on in the world right now, and a lot of it is heavy, it's disconcerting, it's maddening, it's alarming, it's all the things. And I want to be, in this very scary time, a safe space for folks to feel like there's community, there's some joy, we're taking action in our lives, we're supporting each other, we're supporting other people. Again, we're sharing resources. As I go through this process, I will share a lot of the resources that have changed my life in many ways, and comments that people have made to me that have been light bulb moments that have changed my life. I think that that's so, so key in our journeys, that there are people there, if we let them, that give us insight. And I've been so blessed that I've had family members and friends that have given it to me straight. And I always appreciated that. It hurts in the moment, but it's so valuable. Um, what else? I am hoping that we're going to have a lot of fun. We need fun. We need joy. Um, I hope that this place will be a bright light for those seeking community and, again, a safe space. And I'd love to say that it's just community of open-minded, open-hearted. It's likely Gen Xers, it's likely midlife folks. But honestly, I have so many friends, I feel like, that are on a similar journey to discovering themselves, to allowing themselves to be visible, allowing themselves to be seen, exploring their passions, that are younger or older. And so everyone's welcome. If you have an open heart and an open mind, you're welcome here. So thanks for stopping by. I see you. I'm here for you. Let's go on this journey together. Thank you. Thank you so much.